Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here. So in today's video, I'll be talking about a little bit of a scuffle that happened between Nick Sirianni and Zach Ertz after the Commanders' big win against the Philadelphia Eagles. Also, we'll be giving you guys a big injury update for the Commanders this week and some other stuff as well. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. We're around 130 subscribers away from 14,500. Trying to hit it by the end of the year. So please help me get there. It's free. It takes 1 second. Hopefully you guys had a great Christmas and have a great rest of your holidays. But let's talk about this, a not so holiday theme, a little bit of a fight here or a scuffle between Nick Sirianni and Zach Ertz after the game. Not a big deal, but it's the middle of the week. Don't have a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to talk about it. And then we have the injury update if you want to go ahead to that part at the end of the video. But Philadelphia Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni reached out to Ertz to clear the air with the Washington Commanders tight end, according to Jeff McClain of the Philadelphia Inquirer. I also have the clip I'll show you guys in a second. McClain noted that Sirianni and Ertz had to be separated by the Eagles' chief security officer, Big Dom, after Philly's loss to Washington, with neither shedding light on what they said to one another. The report could only offer that their brief dust-up saw Ertz take exception to a comment Sirianni made about his performance in the game. McClain reported that Sirianni subsequently apologized to Ertz on a Zoom call, and basically same thing. Maybe Ertz was angry about Sirianni saying something about his performance. I don't know. I think Ertz went in for a high five, and then after it happened, after he went in for the high five, and Sirianni said something, they kind of got into a scuffle. So this is classic this is classic Nick Sirianni behavior. He's very, some people love it, some people don't, but he's very immature, as at least for a head coach. And sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not, and you don't want your head coach getting into fights with players on opposing teams, especially a former player. I know they didn't play with, or Zach Ertz didn't play under him like during his prime, but he still was there. This is a guy that helped Philly win a Super Bowl, one of their best players in that Super Bowl run. It's just why are you doing this? And I'm sure he understood it afterwards. Like, all right, why did I do this? Let me just make sure. Yeah. Also, I'll talk about this in a second. But here's the clip. Let me just go ahead and show you guys. So let me mute that. So you see there's Sirianni right there. I guess he said something to Ertz a little bit before. I don't know. And they have a little bit of a scuffle there. Still can't really see Kellen Moore there, and the camera work isn't amazing. But they're having some kind of argument. Nothing. It seems like they're just talking. They're just talking-ish. So it's not a big deal. Sirianni apologized, so he was probably the one in the wrong. I'm not saying Zach Ertz was completely, harmless, or didn't do anything for sure, but it looks like Sirianni was the one who instigated it a little bit. I'm trying to see if there's another video just to see if there's better camera work here, because that was not the best camera work at all. But okay, I guess not. But yeah, it's not a big deal. But again, just classic Nick Sirianni behavior there. He's done stuff like this before, and it is what it is. But good on him for apologizing and stuff. And Zach Ertz, he's a classy guy. So for him to get upset over something, I'm sure he had the right to get upset over it, and it was warranted, to be honest. But real quick, some other stuff that happened today. The Commanders signed Chris Moore to the practice squad, wide receiver. Believe he played with the Ravens before, and always with the Titans last year. Rotational guy. He's gotten a bunch of PT in the league before, 30 plus years old. 4.5 40-yard dash, so not an athletic freak, but still I think a solid signing on the practice squad, a guy that maybe can make an impact down the line if they need it. Hopefully they don't, knock on wood, hopefully no one gets injured. But if they do, someone like Chris Moore, or the guy they signed, like Strachan or whatever his name was, Michael Strachan, I think that was his name, a couple weeks ago. That's a guy that also, could go in as well. But I think Chris Moore would be the better option just because he has more experience. Injury updates. So Lattimore, De'Ami Brown, Andrew Wiley, and Jordan McGee all working on the side field. Wiley have all of them have hamstring issues except for Wiley. So Wiley has a groin injury. The rest of the guys have hamstring injuries. De'Ami Brown would be a little bit of a, losing him would be a little bit of a blow, but not a big one. They have Crowder, who is coming back, or who has come back and has had a solid 2 games for the Commanders. They have Zacchaeus. You got Luke McCaffrey. So it's a little bit of a loss, but not a big loss. I would say Marshawn Lattimore is a decent loss. The Falcons have a good receiving corps, so having Lattimore would be good. But hey, I guess he's not going to be able to play. Probably not. I would be surprised if he plays, especially, it's at home. The weather's not going to be great. It looks like it's going to rain this game. So if it rains, it's not going to be great for guys with hamstring injuries. It's not going to be, good with for those types of injuries. Jordan McGee, not going to be a big loss too if he misses. He's a special teams guy getting a little bit of work on defense. Wiley would be a loss. We'll see what happens with him. Groin for an offensive lineman, I feel like out of all the positions, like groin is out of all the positions, for you to have an injury for, groin injury with, I think offensive line is the one that you probably can play through a little bit. I mean, I didn't play offensive line or anything, so I don't know, but you're not making as many cuts like you are as a wide receiver, a running back, a corner, even a linebacker. I mean, obviously it still hurts and it's still bad, but I think that you have a higher likelihood of playing some of the other guys. But if you don't, you have Lucas who can step in. You have, Coleman's good to go on the left side, and then you have Trent Scott as a backup. So it's not the worst news if he can't go, but obviously, it would be good if he played. It would be good if he played for sure. So 4 guys on the injury report this week. I would say at most 2 of them play. We don't know the severity of these different hamstring injuries. De'Ami Brown had it in the game and was ruled out, I believe, pretty quick. Marshawn had it, didn't come back, but it was at the end of the game. But he has had an injury before. Jordan McGee, I don't know when that happened. I think Jordan McGee, I know the least about it, but I would say he's the most likely to play out of these 3. De'Ami was ruled out. He's a receiver. Those are tough to come back from with a receiver. And then Lattimore has had it. I just would be surprised if they have him back already this week. So yeah, that's it though for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, turn on that notification bell. Again, trying to hit 14,500 subscribers. Hopefully you guys had a great holiday season, and if you guys stayed till the end, go ahead and comment down below London Fletcher. Peace.